All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Philadelphia Eagles. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Set. 180.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Go, go. 120.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain, 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Go, go. 280! Ram!
Going to give this time to the tailback. Stops short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. The tackle there by Fabian Moreau.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Come on now, Owen. Come on now. Let's go. Great. Set. 120. Flat.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Aguilar has it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now it's a Giant. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
That changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
Lion. Great 15.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Quan Alexander not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Great 15.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And Elliott puts this one through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game, and able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Geis with a carry on 2nd down, and he'll be brought down right around the 37th. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, this is Geis. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. From the gun, it's Allen. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They needed 15. They got 16 and a first down. On the handoff, it's Geis. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll hand it down to Geis. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll check it down to Geis. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Back to the ground game now with Geis. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. To the air, Allen. Flush to his right. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Geis, they'll try to run it. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Redskin touchdown. Darius Geis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Philly. 43 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay Ajayi, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 10-7. Elliott now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
All right, now, look at 56.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Being chased out left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. from the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. Able to slither by. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Come on now, come on now, let's go.
And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all tied. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They start the second half with a run by Geis. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Out to the left here to Reed. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The Redskins on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Allen operating from the gun. Steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They run with Ajayi. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10.
Black, come on. Here we go. 120.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he's got this down to the 35. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Really strong, effective run there out of a power set or a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game, and that's tough for a defensive coordinator. They want to spot that lineup coming into the game early so they can get the proper defensive personnel on the field. That's why the coordinator is relying on some of the assistants to tell him what offensive personnel is hitting the field so he can adjust accordingly. They weren't able to stop him on that run.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now Lewis. And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The offense on third down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll try and get it with Geis. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down.
They were stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
Here we go with Geis, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A loss of a yard there to 2nd and 11.
There we go. Back man. Waiting.
Now Wentz. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Ryan Kerrigan able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Shotgun now for Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And got his man complete. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And they'll run it here. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Lion.
To throw, it's Wentz. Buying time to his left. Shakes off the sack. They still can't get him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Eagles on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Alert 86. Alert 86.
To throw is Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Flush to his right. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On second down, here's Allen. Looking deep downfield. He's got it at the 15. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 49 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Geis. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Back there, Philly, here we go. No, check, 56.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Darius Geis, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Redskins are going to take the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And now running right through it. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
81.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Here's Wentz to throw. Escaping the pressure. Now loose football. The ball comes out. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Ertz has it left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
We got 3. Black, come on. 81. Great 15.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Run.
He's back to throw. Aguilar has it. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
On the ball. Great 15. Great 15.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Come on now. Come on now. Let's go. Run.
Back to throw. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. The Eagles on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be third and a mile.
Drag it. Black, come on.
Back to throw. Wentz. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
They're in 5-7.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run with a J. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jay Ajayi with 9 seconds remaining. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up first and 10.
Lucky 56. Detroit. Gone.
Allen to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This one taken just inside the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. First throw of overtime for Wentz. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Being chased out left. And he fends him off. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Throwing now is Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And I think the ball's out, and the Redskins scoop it. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, that almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. They start on the ground with Geis, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
No. Check. Patriot.
What can Allen do now with his drive? Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nigel Bradham in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. The Redskins on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
All right, here we go. 3,
From the gun, it's Allen. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. A good pickup there, a 22. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Completes it right side to Dodson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 6 there on 1st. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is, if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
Here's Allen to throw it. Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. No. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Allen to throw once more. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richardson. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock running as the Redskins try to hurry up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush is just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Okay, so interesting here. A field goal would win this thing, but the kicking team on the sideline, and they're going for it on 4th down. So on comes the kicker, Dustin Hopkins, in a big spot. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and that changes everything here in OT. Well, when you get that ball in OT, that's not the chance you envision, and the long field goal attempt here winds up lacking.
And you don't want to hang too much of this on your kicker, but he's going to leave you in a tough spot as well, because you give your opponents excellent field position to start their first drive.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Working from the gun, Wentz. And this one is incomplete. He was looking for Matthews that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hey, stat. Here we go. Waiting.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz escaping the pressure right. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Well, we had 2 ties last season in 2016, and now we've got another here.
They're part of the game, and I can sound philosophical here and say, well, what can you do? But neither team happy, right? No one wants to walk away from here with a tie, but I guess it's better than walking away with a loss, right?
Yeah, I guess that's the bright side for both teams, but nobody walking away a victor. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Philly.